So we're here at the Paintballers tent, and as you already know, it's all about paintball, but not all is happening in the real world. Some things happen in the digital world, and I'm here with
Remy.
Remy. Nice to meet you. And I see you brought us like the official MLPB.
Yes.
Thank you. So this is the official game of the league, right?
Yeah, so the game is like, we have started the game like 2 years ago. The game was called Paintballers, and now it's like the official game of the Major League Paintball in the US.
That's a great achievement, right?
That's cool, that's really great, meaning that we have all the official layouts, all the venues in the game, etc. And we have also that amazing booth, at every event.
Yeah.
Where basically you can come, play the game, 5-on-5, we are doing some tournaments.
And the game is released worldwide, only USA?
Yeah, no.
And where can I find it?
Yeah, so the game is accessible worldwide. At the moment it's still in beta version. You can have it on Steam for free. And the game is going to remain free. It's going to be a free game, so everybody can enjoy it. We are working like actively to put it on console, so PlayStation and Xbox. We did give some ETA at first, but now we don't do it because it's such a lot of work and we're only 2 people doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's expect the game on console for 2025. When, I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we will have a look into it, and if the people still interested in that, they will probably keep an eye on it. They can put it on a wish list on Steam.
So put it on the wish list, because for us it's like super important. Wish list is like the best way for the game to be visible for the other people not knowing it.
Yeah.
So you can put it on wish list and on the page. So you search for Paintballers MLPB on Steam, and you can join the playtest. It's free.
Yeah.
As soon as you click, you can have the game in your library. You can play. So at the moment, we open the servers only for Europe, only at night. So from 5 to midnight, something like that. And during the weekend, it's like the range is a bit larger. So just connect in the evening, and you can have fun and even play on the American server. It's full of pro players because we wanted to do the game as accurate as possible. So it's such a good tool if you want to work the layouts, etc. So yeah, you need to try it.
Which age rating does the game got?
So for the rating, we don't have yet all the rating, but it's going to be 3 years plus, because there is no insult, no violence, nothing, no blood. So it's going to be accessible for everybody. But to be honest, we didn't want to go to arcade. So the game is like, it's as close as possible from my experience of paintball. So it takes a bit of time to get used to it. If you try it, give it a bit of time. Don't play it for 20 minutes, otherwise all the control, etc. will be like quite difficult to get used to. But as soon as you play like an hour with your friend, you will get it, you will get the logic behind it, and it's amazing.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, that was a lot, and I definitely gonna to play 1 or 2 rounds of that, and so thank you for your time.
Thank
I
you.
think when there's something more you want to show us, just hit us up. We were gonna be for, of course, till the final end of the World Cup.
Thank you. And you need to play it.
Yeah, I need to completely. So yeah, thank you for your time, and see you later.
And sorry for telling you tomorrow, because I thought my partner would be better doing it.
Absolutely, no problem. Things can happen. Yeah.
Il y a le C et le bas. Le 20. Ils foutent le 20 en croisé. Faut être gaffe. Allez, ils font le 20 en croisé qui coupe le centre du terrain. Ouais, le grand top côté snap.
We're here at World Cup NXL 2024 in Orlando, Florida, and who am I talking to?
This is Karl from Powerhouse, and what I want to do is take you around and show you the products that we brought to World Cup here. And I want to start with some of the regulators that we have here in the infamous booth, as well as some that are in the Powerhouse booth, and some of the other products that are here. A lot of people ask the question, we hear it all the time, why is Powerhouse a better product? and we always go back to designing, manufacturing, assembly. It's not one thing; it's all things. And what we've done is we've kind of displayed some of the differences of the regulators. Another good question as of recent is what is the difference from a TKO to a counterpunch regulator? And so it's like saying a NASCAR to an F1 car. So an F1 car being a TKO regulator takes a lot of maintenance to keep that running, but it does perform slightly better. We feel very comfortable with our counterpunch regulator, which takes a lot less maintenance. So if you're going longer between maintenance intervals of your regulator, that is the better product. And we believe it to be the better product for the paintball industry. But if you are someone that has a TKO, there's nothing wrong with it. Performs great. You just have to be mindful to come see us and maintenance it on your own, bring it to stores. And everyone now knows how to maintenance our products, whether it be counterpunch or TKO. So let's get started with some of the differences here. A lot of our regulators are, here's an example. Here's one of the most exotic. This is a Skull Daddy. And what this is, it has skulls machined all the way around the regulator. We're the only only company that makes tank regulators that we do custom milling, custom anodize. We work with anodizers that match the regulators to guns, some of the colors. We kind of see the foresight of what's happening with whatever gun manufacturer is coming out with colors. We try and match them up. And so we do have a lot of custom ones. This is a Cosmic Reg. So these are popular. They actually have a cosmic tank. So that's kind of what we have here. And you'll notice that some of them are laid out differently. And the reason they're laid out differently is we have long bodies, mid bodies, and standard bodies. And you might say, well, how do I know which one, and why do I need one that's different? So we're going to step over here, and I'm going to show you the reason why we have those. The other tank manufacturers, I think, have other means, tank extenders and things like that. We wanted the regulator to screw directly into the gun. And in the past, we had a tank extender. So we extended the tank out to get it more comfortable for the player. So what we said is that, again, is another part. It was a better way to do it, but the best way to do it was to actually make the regulator the one piece custom. And so we had to guess as to, these sizes. So what we did, and this is really interesting, so what we have here is we have a long body, a mid body, and a standard body. And the difference is on those is about 3/8 of an inch. And you'd say, well, 3/8 of an inch isn't much, but if you're a player, and we deal with competitive players, right? So 1/8 of an inch to some of the guys at the highest level, they can feel that. One guy, if there's too much tape or a tank skin, that is not going to work for them. So like you would get fitted for golf clubs, your paintball gun doesn't change, okay? Your barrel does, your gun doesn't, but your air system is super important on the length.
Okay, 3/8 of an inch.
10 millimeters.
Okay, 1 centimeter, 10 millimeter. Okay, that is what I wanted to ask for our European audience. Thank you.
Yes. Go ahead. So what we can do with this is it allows us with the different tanks. So these are now, the tank evolution in paintball has happened. And we're at the forefront of it because we have all the manufacturers of tanks. So what it allows us to do is to give the player the ultimate length, size, the capacity that they want to take on the field. And so what we can do is take maybe the shortest tank, this 68, and put a long body. So Alex Britnikoff, for example, one of the players, he plays with a long body and has for years a long body with a 68. That's his preferred, preferred tank. So now that the super light and featherweight tanks have come out, you have a 78, which is actually shorter than an 80, yet it's very similar in size, much lighter. So that's where Jeff Schreiber said, oh, why don't we make a mid-body, which was a great, thank you, sir, which was a great idea to actually take and bridge the gap between the two, because the tanks wouldn't. So if a guy had just purchased let's say an 80, and he said, hey, I don't need a 78, I'm good with my 80, or vice versa, the mid-body bridges that gap. So we can do that. Most guys run with a standard. However, a standard on an 80 is equal to a mid-body on a 78. So it gets that player right back where they want to be, but with a much lighter system. So we have those options, and that's what we've brought through with this. The other option we have, which is over here, these are the U.S. tanks. These tanks are customizable in short runs. So if your team says, hey, we want our own team tank, you can send graphics in to us. These tanks you could say, hey, I want this finish, I want these colors. As you can see, this one, as we were saying, cosmic colors. We can pretty much do most anything with these tanks.
Can you do this also for a European standard right now, or you're working on these?
All of our tanks, these are tri-label tanks that are over here. All the feather and super light tanks, these are not. So these are not able to be used in Europe, only in the U.S. Those, however, are. So again, we came up with a solution for everyone around the world, no matter where you play, if you're traveling with your stuff. And we're really proud of having these products, the Powerhouse tanks, the Pro DNA tank. So so the difference between them, if you notice, is we've got individual sizes, so the sizes change. So if you look at this, you've got an 88 as opposed to an 80. You've got a 78 and a 77, and then the 68 standard for both. So depending, and the size is a little bit different between them, and again, it gives the customer the ability to come up to the booth and say, hey, here's my gun, I want to screw a tank into it and actually feel it and shoulder it and see that, hey, on the break, this is right for me, because that's really important. So that's what we've done, is kind of brought that pro golf mentality into paintball, saying, hey, this is what you play the field with, this is your equipment, it should be fitted to you. And that's what we've done with this product line. Over here, what we have is some of the tools to work on. So what this tool is a multi-tool, and internally in our regulator, it's adjustable by a special tool. We couldn't use a standard tool because it wasn't possible. So I had to design a custom tool to be able to adjust it. And a lot of guys didn't necessarily like that. However, this is our newest one, which is a multi-tool. So what we did is we have the adjuster, and those have small posts that actually go into our adjustment insert, and that adjustment insert actually adjusts the output pressure of the regulator. And we have one of the widest ranges of adjustment in all of the paintball tank regulators, and we have the most finite adjustment between them, and that's done with this end of the tool. And then this end of the tool has a high-speed steel blank, which fits into all the set screws to adjust the rotation and to also service the reg, which are these down here. This is high-speed steel, it won't wear out. and it's a very, very good thing to have. It'll last a long time. If it does break, it's simple. You just pull that out and buy a new tip for it, and you still have your wrench that allows your adjustment. So that is our multi-tool. Then from there we have dealer kits. So these are really important for dealers and stores. And what this kit does is it has all of the parts, not only for the TKO regulator, which is this, but on the backside it has the counterpunch, and it has the exploded diagram of all of the components, and it comes with pretty much everything you need, a good amount. If you're a store, field, large team owner, you have everything that you'll need to service the reg for your customers. So those are available here as well. We do have what these are. These are blocks that actually fit into a vise. They'll actually fit into a trailer hitch, and this allows you, and we make them, actually, this one's for other brands, other brand regulators. This allows you to not scratch the regulator to pull the tank off. And these work great. We use them in the back all the time. Joe DeFranco is our 3D printing genius. All of this product line, he handles that. And this particular is a double block that maybe for a store they can use to take off any regulator from any tank. So we have options.
Here is a very special inside, behind the scenes view of the mobile station Powerhouse built up to help the 650 teams here at World Cup. I'm handing over the microphone now to my good old friend, and he will explain what we see and what they have here. Something very, very few people have seen before.
Hi, I'm Jeff, the Powerhouse Reg technician. I just wanted to show you that when you come up to have your reg looked at or serviced, and you come up to the counter, the reg makes its way through and gets completely tested on all our equipment. You saw up front the dyno and explained how that all works. We have the same thing here, but this is the bench model, and it simulates gunfire. And we have the supply and the high pressure and low pressure fill, and we test everything here just to make sure that when you get your reg back, it's accurate. Here's also another version of the quick test fill station, and I'll perform a test for that. And each reg that comes back here for repair gets tested on this. We have supply air under the table, and I run it for pressure and recharge rate. So should I just, because I got to put the mic down. So here's a reg that's in for repair. We get pressure to it. Watch right at 440. Activate, simulate gunfire. Watch for creep, it's solid. And at that point it passes the test. Now we'll leave this on test, usually until the customer picks it up. And everything else is here. We measure all the springs to make sure we're all ready to go, because sometimes we get quite a crowd on Wednesdays when everybody comes and needs a fill and a repair. And here's everything. Here's also right here, what we have here is if for some reason you can't wait for a reg repair, we have different size loaners. So we just pop a loaner onto your tank while we repair yours, and off to the field you go to play. And we have all that ready to go. And then the repair tanks and systems are set right here, ready for pickup when the customer comes back. So
Perfect.